import the data or you can export the data. Okay, let me try to explain here little clearly. Data migration in the sense there is, you can consider as Java to Salesforce. You want to migrate the data means in the Java in the sense there is an application called Redbus. Okay, this application is built through the Java technology. Okay, and you are working fine, everything is fine. But this is on premises. On premises in the sense that application is a web application, but servers under everything will be maintained by some XYZ company. This is Salesforce. It's a cloud-based technology, which is everything is taken care by the cloud only. Means cloud in the sense I already told you that it is a internet. Okay, cloud is nothing but it is internet, which is maintained by the particular company called Salesforce. This company is maintaining to the everything in a online. Now, this is in this Java technology platform, same software which using Java technology in the backend or everything. The issue is like that revenue or income which is coming from this is little less. So what this Redbus founder is decided, they want to migrate this technology to Salesforce. So what these people will do initially, they will create all the data model and all the connections, everything data design they will do. Architecture design after did that, what they have to do. Since this is using past couple of years, then it should have some data. Means there are customers, there are payments, those are so much of data will be there. This data should migrate into the Salesforce to maintain the process to as valid way. To migrate that one, what you have to do? You should export from Java and import into Salesforce. So you need to export from one system and import into the one more system. Means if your export doesn't mean that you have deleted into the system. The data is not deleted, but you just copy the data through the CSV format and inserting into the Salesforce. Is it clear? What is happening in data migration? Data migration in the sense you just migrating the data from one system to another system with the same application only. So the format will be CSV, comma, separated value, comma, separated value. So you are moving the data through the form of CSV. This CSV looks like same as Excel, like this. How you are seeing here, similarly, exactly like this only it will be. So since previously you are created a few couple of fields over the system, then try to make it these fields as a create one more new field, a new form, then contact number you can keep it here as a contact number. Email is email. So I'm just keep creating a columns for that, since we need to insert the data into the system. So you need to prepare the data, right? So I'm doing that. So this is what you have to do. Just so this format is, you can consider CSV. While you are saving the time, you can get to know what is the format and all, but for now you can consider like this. Now you can see, for example, Srinivas, like that you can create a names. Prasad, Hari, Shiva, Padma. Likewise, you can provide, like, you can just create the data. So you can take it like this. Take it as like this. Address you can say HOID. You can keep it any names like that. Now I will talk about this later. For now, you can take it and try to save this data in the form of CSV. See here, it is by default, it is showing that Excel. Just click that, it will show the here, comma, delimited. It means this is comma separated value with a delimited format. Then you click it and say, provide the name called traveler. Save it. Then file will be saved as a CSV format. Now this data you want to insert into the system. So how many ways we can insert? There are a couple of tools. One is import wizard, data loader, and workbench. You can use any of these and you can update it in your system. It means in your Salesforce. How to do? Go to the your org. Just log in into the org. Go 3, 4. So once you log in it, you just go and verify whether the data is, what are the data is there on Traveler. Get travelings and you can click this and see the data, what are the things are. You can select all. See, there is just only one value called Prasad. This is also I can delete it. So there is no data on this traveler object. Now let me try to insert the data through the import wizard, the first. So see here, this is the UI of the data import wizard. You can see that steps. There are 4 steps we have. Initially, you need to prepare the document. So I already prepared that. Then you need to, when you have to choose that file when you want to import and you want to edit, you need to map that fields into the Salesforce object APIs and object columns with your file columns. Then review and start import. Let's try to do. If you click that button, it will open. First thing what you have to do, you need to first create CSV file. I have done already. Then what is the object you need to import? You need to import traveler. Traveler is a custom object in the sense which is created by the user, means created by me. That is called custom object. So you can see, select this one and see that traveler object here. What you are trying to do here, you are trying to insert the new data. So you just select this. It doesn't matter to whether you can select or that is up to you, but either if without selecting also you can still do. So here matched by, either you want to match by the name or something you can do. designated. These all things are not actually mandatory, but if you want to do, you can do. So then trigger rules are processed or not, you want to maintain it, that you can still do checkup, and then when you mention that this will be when it is processing time, it will take it, but you just ignore it. Here you can file drag and drop or you can choose it. In now currently you can choose it. Once you click that, it will redirect. See, traveler is the file and select. So see here the file name you will see here, then click next. So that is the first step. Second step, what is it here? We are trying to map it with the fields. So here it is not mapped. Other fields are mapped, but here these two fields are not mapped. Now go. What is it? Phone. You select. So you just see here the map. Similarly, email. You can select email and map it. So the data has been mapped. Other two things are you can ignore it. It's okay even though. Then click next. Just once you click next and then it is mapped and everything is done. If you click start import, it will start import the data. Just second. So after inserted, you can see what are the data has been inserted and how many records are, what is the result. These things you can see here. There are 6 records are processed and there is no failed. Everything is successfully completed. And then go to that object and try to click again and see that whether the data has been inserted or not. See here, data has been inserted. What is it? This data. I did mention any name of that file. Okay. Basically, these are the values has been created. Okay. This is something which is annoyingly gem, but we'll see that on some operations or automations has been there. Okay. So basically, this is the way we can create the data. It means insert the data through the data loader or sorry, import wizard, so that you can see all the values here. Clear for import wizard? Any doubts for import wizard?
No.
Okay. Now let me try to explain little detailed way of what is import wizard. Import wizard, if you ask me what is it, it just import the data. Import in the sense insert or update. For limitations, there is a limitations for this import wizard, that is like you can perform 50k records only. 50k records you can insert or update, and only 5 standard objects. All custom object will be supported. So it means that more than five standard object it won't support to insert the data. These are the major disadvantages from the import wizard. Means you can't perform delete operation. You just either you can do insert or update. That's it. Using this tool. This is Salesforce inbuilt tool. It is Salesforce inbuilt tool. to use this one data loader or import Workbench. Workbench is kind of online web tool. Data loader, we have two kind of tools, either web tool we have, also we can install into your personal environment. For example, I don't have data loader. Ideally, we need to install data loader. Once you install it, it will open kind of in this data loader. You can do 50 million, 5 million records. You can process it through the data loader, and it will support all standard and custom objects. To insert the data, and you can also perform either import or export. So we no need to use separately, kind of import is separately or export is separately. We can do both the things in a single platform called data loader. The same thing which you can do from the data loader, you can do still through the Workbench as well. Okay, clear?
That means no difference between data loader and Workbench.
It just kind of third external system or external people who are built at some tool for it. Only the Workbench, it has like little more features, not only the data loader features, it has little testing, integration testings and all. Also you can do queries, how it is works and all, you can test it. Also you can write data migration, not data, metadata migration you can do. Such a way you can do many things in the Workbench. But you can do still these all the activities which you can do through the data loader, same thing you can do. I can tell you how it is works and all. Let me open Workbench. So basically you have to log in with this through your Salesforce credentials. You need to select workbench.data and developer force or developerforce.com something. If you click this login, it will be login. You can see here, then see what is it, which environment it is asking, that you can click just allow. It will allow you to log in into this. So as you can see here, the main tabs here, these are all the operations you can do: insert, update, delete. These are all the operations ideally. If I click this, and you can still try to choose that object, which object you targeted, you just select that and do insert the data into your system. See here, traveler __. See here, you can see only APIs, not like, kind of one. Then click it and choose your file and try to upload it. Then click next. What it does, it will show that fields, and this is CSV columns. This is the Salesforce columns. Now you can select it. Address, it is equal to address, DOB equal to DOB, and email equal to email. Owner, you can ignore owner. Phone is, you can keep it as contact number. So owner, since it is you can't have it, so you just need to ignore it. Map the fields. Then what it does, it will map the fields. What are things should be mapped. Then confirm insert. What it does, it will be insert. See here, successfully inserted, created. So if you see this ID and click this view in, it will go to redirect that particular record to view. See here, Srinivas record has been inserted. Clear now?
Yes.
Now, see, I want to update the date. Okay, date, I want to update it. How to update it? Or else let me try to tell you the same functionality on even same functionality I want to tell you through the data loader. Basically, there are two things I am telling you, right? Either you can use online data loader or offline data loader. If you want to use offline data loader, only you have to use a Java runtime virtual machine. JVM, you should install it, and also data loader also install it. Data loader exe file. But whereas we have also have data loader.io. If you use this one also, you can do still how I did it in the Workbench, same thing you can do through this. See, this is the data.io. If you click login with Salesforce, it is same like it will ask you to login. If you click this, it will show that login. See here, same thing. To whom you are connecting, just observe that when you are trying to connect it. Click allow, it will be login. Now see here. You can find like in import, export or delete. Currently we are doing import, so you can take it as import. In the import, you can see there are three again segregates: insert, upsert and update. So traveler, select that and next, just click traveler and select it. And also you can see here there are not only the your system, it can connect into the Dropbox, security, FTP box and database. These things it will support. What is the error it is giving? Your file contains empty headers 6 and 7. Okay, it is not allowing to empty headers now. See, automatically this is source header. It means you have file columns. These are I am providing sample data from these files. These are the fields which you are going to map it with the Salesforce. See here the contact number, you can consider phone number, you can consider email, and then all the fields are mapped with this and this. You can verify it and then click next. So there are 6 rows we have in the system, and these are the things you can see. You want to make it this use batch API to 200 or something, you want to make it, you can maintain. Click next and so once it is done successfully, then the process will be, you can consider as done. Currently it is in queue. So once it is, the process has been completed, then only the data will be there in the system and it will be done. But I suggest you to go for all the time into the, not online tool. You better to install your data loader, JDK and all. Then it will be easy or little faster way. Since it is the online tool, right? So it will ideally takes little slow only. So now there is seems to be issue. There is a one record is failed. What is it? See the error and open this file. When you click that, it will open and show you what is error also. So warning, no data was imported from the Salesforce this row. This particular row has, and there is no data, but it's still referring to it's small comma or something. If it is there also, it will give an error like this for us. So this is very specific when you are using data loader, but all the data has been inserted successfully. So you can see here there are 6 records. Are ideally I'm inserting only 5, but still it is showing 6 in the sense it has an issue with the data in the file basically. Okay. This is for import, or in the import you can consider as insert data, inserting data with these 3 tools. I can also tell you the kind of scenario you people can try your personally. Okay, if you click new and go try to look for data loader. See here under the integration, you can select that data loader. See here, you can, if you are using into the window, you can follow these instructions. If you are using the Mac, you can follow these instructions. Ideally, I mean, depends on what you want to. If I click that, it will say tell that you need to install this, that, many things it will tell. But you can simply follow this here. First, you need to install JDK. Then you have to install data loader file and extract it and try to install it and run it. I can suggest you to most of the time try to use it in a data loader internal tool in when you are working. For now, it is okay for learning anything, but when you are working, it's better to. Okay, anything? If you people has any question for this insert operation, update and a little bigger concept, I can tell you again. But this thing is understandable for everyone. Has any questions to it and something, please ask me. Hello.
No.
Okay.